I had to sneak up on y'all from the left, and now I'm hitting from the right, and now I'm coming from the top, and now we're coming from the bottom. Yo, what's the deal, P?
What's going on?
What's going on with you, baby?
Welcome to episode 57 of the Comeback Kings.
57's in effect as we speak. My man P Body's in the building. We got a special guest. Yo, what's going on with you, Daddy?
What's going on, Coop? How we doing?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good.
How you been?
I've been good, man. Just grinding, working, new job.
What's up with the shirt, man? Let us hear something.
Always, man. Always repping. Always repping.
Since from the cradle to the grave?
Always, man. You can see pictures of me in my little freaking onesies. It's got the Steelers on it, too.
How far back you go? Give me some guys. Give me one or two guys.
Oh, come on. I got, you got Palomalo was my GOAT.
Okay.
And my offensive GOAT was probably Hines Ward.
Hines Ward. Wow.
Should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's not.
When was he there? 90s? Early 2000s?
90s to late 2000s. I think he was on that last Super Bowl squad where they actually won against Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Cordell back then.
Ooh,
yeah.
I remember that.
Yep, Cordell Stewart.
That was one of, I want to say, NFL Network did like the top Super Bowls of all time. That's up there. That's like number one or two.
I think it was number 2.
Yeah, that one's up there. I remember that Super Bowl.
I mean, that was a crazy game, man. You had James Harrison, 100-yard interception return for a TD at the end of the half.
Yes, I remember that.
It was nuts. And then, obviously,
Fitzgerald, right?
Fitzgerald busted down the seam.
Who's the receiver for you guys that year? Who was the beast?
Santonio Holmes.
Holmes, yep.
Whatever happened to that cat?
After that season, he obviously fell off because it kind of had like the Malcolm Butler effect. He had an insane play in the Super Bowl and then could never live up to that kind of hype afterwards.
That was it.
I'm a little more partial to the 95 Super Bowl.
Of course you are. Who got the big contract because of that? Because Old Dirty threw the interception right to your boy, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy. But anyway.
That was Larry Brown.
Let's talk about you, man.
2 of them, by the way. 2. Not just one. What's up?
The Stankies.
The
Yankees.
That's why we're going to go with episode 57. We'll go with John Wetland.
Why? Let me hear something.
Because he was the Yankees closer in 96.
Yes.
Before with Rivera setting up for him. I remember that 96 World Series.
Yeah.
It was crazy because I couldn't handle it. Like, it was the ninth inning. Wetland always gave you all sorts of fits. He always put men on base. He loaded the bases. And I just remember being upstairs, couldn't watch the ninth inning. And my mother would be coming around upstairs like, there's one out. And I remember we had some people that lived across the street, some Spanish guys, and I hear them cheering.
Yeah.
So I knew they were watching the game. And then my mother would come, it was 2 outs. I couldn't watch the ninth inning. Not with Wetland. But we'll go with Wetland because the other choice is maybe Johan Santana.
No. I'm asking you.
No.
I'm deferring to you.
Johan was good. He was really good. But, yeah, we'll do that at 57. We're going to talk some baseball.
What we got on deck? Yeah, I was just about to go there.
You like that? You like that?
I like how you segue there.
We're going to do baseball. Bruins started their season.
Yeah.
Not off to a great start. Definitely football. We're going to talk about one of your favorite quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers.
We don't want to do that because I'm about to throw serious shots at that cat. But
And where are we right now?
We are at our spot, 562 Newport Avenue in Pawtucket.
And you know what they do on the weekends? You know what they do for football?
You tell me.
They got the specials, baby. They got the 75-cent wings.
Yes.
The lemon pepper wings, baby.
You know what I do, baby. You know how we do it out here, baby. Lemon pepper.
You got to get 10, but 75 cents a piece.
That's light work for me, Daddy. You know what I'm saying?
They got the $7. All right, calm down with your wings, man. $7 tater cakes, pot stickers, spinach dip. I like spinach dip.
All right.
They got the large soft pretzels and the $3 Bud Light, so wash them down with.
You're not beating that.
No.
Could we? WNBA's on deck.
Oh, you want to talk a little WNBA?
No, but their finals starts tonight, 8 o'clock.
I don't even know who's in it.
Minnesota and New York. The Aces got bumped out of there.
Your team, your squad.
Yeah, they're
your
out
girls.
of there. This is gonna be interesting, cause from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, Minnesota has pretty much handled them this year, and they're the only team to handle New York.
It's a new season, though. Playoffs are a new season.
We'll see what happens. But what else you got, P?
How much more do you want me to have? I can't handle all. My back's been hurting. I can't. I be carrying you today.
What happened to your back, man?
You know, sciatic nerve thing.
What happened?
Saturday,
What was you doing?
I tried to pick up a rake. I had the balls to try to pick up a rake, and
then-
that's all it takes.
It just went out.
I could lift a house, and then I'll try lifting a rake, and then it'll just go out.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yo, let me ask you something, man.
What up?
What are you doing? You're doing
doing?
something, right? You're doing something new, right? You made a transition to a new job or something?
new job.
How's that working
Transition.
out?
Wait, what kind of transition are you talking about?
Not that kind of transition.
all right.
What's going on,
Went
man?
from corrections to law enforcement now, so now I'm out.
So
I'm
you're
out-
official.
I'm out of the box now.
Yeah?
Yep.
So I gotta drive slow now? Where you at? Johnston? Where you at?
Nah, I'm down south right now.
All right, I gotta drive slow to down
So
south.
you be careful in beach
All
season, man. I know you and the old man used to hit ABC all the time.
I'm gonna take it easy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yo, we got my man Oss in the building. You still doing the Captain Marvel thing?
Yeah, it's been a little slow. I'm still cooking. I'm still doing my thing.
Yo,
Cooking.
call me up, man. I could do like the video stuff for you, man.
yeah, I know,
I'm
I need
serious.
that.
Make it spicy for you. But you
do
busy
need
now.
What's that? I got that rotating schedule now.
Protect
3 on,
and
3
serve.
off. Yep.
All right, the Steelers is in the building. The Yankees is in the building. And you know no, the Phillies ain't in the building.
No.
Episode 57. Who's the guy?
John Wetland. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Mr. Carter.
I did that little one for Coop.
Yes.
One of his favorite shows. Yo, we're gonna talk a little Bruins. They started off their season the other night.
Yes.
Not exactly where you want to go. They lost 6-4.
Who they play? Who was it?
It's the Panthers, who knocked them out of the playoffs in the first round last year.
Did the Panthers, who wound up winning it last year? Was
Florida
it the
Panthers.
They did.
Yeah, they won the whole thing.
All right, so that's okay. We'll take
And
that
it was their night to raise their banner.
They'll take that loss. Take
And
that, Bruins.
Bruins kind of, well, yeah, but if you're the Bruins, you want to kind of ruin that moment. They're the ones that knocked you out.
I guess.
But no Swayman. He wasn't ready. He's not ready yet.
The guy they just gave, what, 60 mil? What did they
Was
give
it?
him?
Yeah, big contract.
Yeah, 66 or something like that.
66 mil, and he's not ready to go.
Yep. And it looks horrible when you're down 4-1 in the first period. Like,
Yo, can I say this? If I'm about to write you a check for any amount of money, and then you turn around and say, well, I'm not going to be able to play first game, or I'm not going to be able to perform. Yo, what's going
he really had no practices with the team. He had one practice with the team.
It should be some kind of, I don't know, man.
Some kind of clause in the contract
Yeah,
or something.
so I'm literally handing you X amount of dollars, and you're not gonna be able to play week 1, game 1. I don't know.
What's the matter if it's later in the season or you get hurt, you can't play? Like AJ Brown, I mean, he's sitting on the bench collecting a check.
Yeah, but I'm
What's the
saying
difference?
I'm saying that's after the fact. I'm saying I want to see something. It's like if you bought something, you're walking out the store with it. Not them saying, well, it's broken right now, so you can't take it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
That's just common sense. If
Yeah,
it's-
but it happens to everybody. No one's going to practice when they're not on the contract. CeeDee Lamb and
then I'm
Dak,
not giving you money.
CeeDee Lamb and Dak's still not on the same page.
Oh, I'm mocking with that, but they're still out there playing.
You know,
Yeah,
I
but
remember-
you can do that.
I remember there were talks about because I just remember from a fantasy perspective they were saying like CeeDee Lamb like might not be ready to go week 1 because he still hasn't had like he's not like football ready yet. 'cause he
Football,
hasn't
yeah,
played.
and the same thing with hockey. You gotta get the time in with the team. It couldn't have been much worse. I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm just doing it if I was the owner. That's all.
but Trent Frederick had a goal, Pasternak had a goal, Zaka had a goal, and who else? There was
Yeah.
they just got McAvoy on defense. They made it a game 6-4, but
Yeah.
you're not going to come out of a whole 4-1.
So if they had your boy Pasternak, would they have won?
Pasternak is he's not a goalie.
Who is the goalie? Who's
Jeremy
the goalie?
Swayman.
Swayman, my
Sway.
fault.
Call him Sway.
That's how you know I don't know hockey. If they had Swizzy,
Yeah, Swayman.
would they have won that game?
No, it was probably 50-50.
Don't say that.
Well, Florida's a good team.
Might have been 5-4 instead of 6-4.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or
maybe
maybe
not.
3-2, something like that.
All right.
Maybe a nice overtime nail biter.
Yeah.
Swizzy, you got to get back, baby.
You're all concerned about him now. I
Yes,
appreciate
I
that.
am.
That's nice. Well, do you want to talk about that college weekend?
I don't know. The only thing that I really want to talk about is Alabama, to be honest. I couldn't, that was the most shocking. If you want to argue with Miami, they keep coming back from, I'll give you that. But Alabama, to me, losing to Vanderbilt, are you kidding me?
Powerhouse.
Who are you?
That's wild.
What is going on?
That is absolutely wild.
That is
After they just had that
disgusting.
insane game against
And
Georgia.
they beat
Yeah.
Georgia like that. Ooh, is there more parity in college now? I don't know.
I think we're starting to see that with the transfer portal.
That's
and
what I'm
stuff.
saying with the NIL
some
stuff.
Of, some of these great top tier like
I was
players
just
are
saying
playing
that
on-
to you.
Are playing on lesser schools and it's starting to make more of an impact. I think.
So now you're gonna have Chattanooga State.
But I think in this particular case, Bama's just not what they used to be.
I think we knew that off the first game. Remember when they won
Nah, I
that?
can't
They
rock
won.
with
They
that.
won the first game, man, and then they're all chained up, freaking
Yeah,
throwing signs, and there was this ain't Nick Saban's Bama anymore.
Okay, I'll give you that to an extent. Okay, I'm agreeing with you, but it's still they didn't fall off that much.
No, it's still a
Alabama.
top tier college football.
If you ask me personally, I just think they weren't ready. I think when they beat Georgia, they were just like, it's football, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A huge part of it is I feel they weren't ready for that game.
But at this point in the season, I could see at the beginning of the season
Yeah.
not being ready for Vanderbilt. Because a lot of teams dropped that game early in the season and
I'm
recovered.
saying they were sleeping on Vanderbilt.
But you don't do it this late in the season
Yeah, that's
because
that's
every
inexcusable.
every win, you can't take L's.
Yeah,
You can recover from that bad L at the beginning, but you can't recover from the bad L at the end.
You think the new playoff format's got something to do with that now?
They
Too?
don't have to worry about getting in.
That's good. You came from the left on that. That was beautiful. It might play a role into it because in the back of your mind, you're probably still saying, we could lose a couple games.
Yeah, back in the day, you couldn't lose a
You
game.
couldn't
If you
lose
lost a
a
game, you weren't
game.
making the playoff.
Yeah, you were out of it. So you could still lose a couple games. You could lose a game, and especially if you're Alabama, you're telling me they're not going to get that 12th spot? I think they still will. I don't know, man. But I just think you guys might disagree with me. They looked at Bama like, oh, we're going to take care of them. At least that's how I feel. And they got chin-checked. I don't know.
What worries me about them looking forward is not the South Carolina game, but what are they facing, Tennessee or Texas the week after?
But this week?
No, they're facing South Carolina this week,
Ooh.
and I think they might be looking ahead to that bigger game we got against. Who was it again?
Well,
Tennessee.
Tennessee looks tough, even though they lost. It's still to me, Texas still. And Texas is winning games with the backup quarterback. The starting guy's not even in it right now. I think he's coming back this week.
Yeah, but don't sleep on Ohio State with that nasty receiver they got. That kid's is that kid a true freshman?
I think that he is. But I just think Texas and Oregon looks sneaky to me.
Is the U back too?
And Miami, the problem I have with them, eventually I feel that's going to catch up with them. You can't keep going down by double-digit leads. I mean, losing and then coming back. How many times can you do that? And that's going to come back on them.
It's just nice to see them back up towards the top.
So you're saying,
At least being relevant again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while for them. But college is looking spicy, man. I think the parity is, and I know we talked about this in it was like 2 episodes ago. I always think the parity and unpredictability is good for any sport. I just feel that way.
And you should be happy that your basketball team got knocked out of the NBA finals.
We mean basketball. You mean baseball?
No, your The WNBA.
Oh,
that was
yes.
that discussion we were having about parity.
Yes,
Because you're like, yo,
yes.
they're going to win
Yes,
again.
yes, yes,
I was here thinking, is Cooper a Mavericks fan?
No. We were a couple weeks ago
WNBA.
when we were talking exactly about the parity.
Aces, I
that was
thought
a big thing we
'cause-
got into.
Because Matt Simmons, Sizzle, he was arguing the point that the win back to back is good for the sport, and I was like, why would you watch if you already know the end result? You know what I'm saying? But
it's good to have that villain, that
the
team
bad
that
guy.
everybody wants to
His
knock
argument
off.
was you're tuning in to see Floyd Mayweather get knocked out.
You're
You
tuning to
understand?
see if someone can stop the 17-0 Patriots. Seeing
Exactly.
if someone can
The
put
John
an end to
Joneses
the Chiefs
and blah, blah,
dynasty.
blah.
It unites the rest of the fan bases.
It's true. It does.
And you just don't want it to go on for 20 years like the Patriots.
That's my point. That's my point. And I felt like the Aces were getting in that space. But anyway, what else? P? You want to jump into this MLB?
MLB,
You
you
can
want
give it to me.
another sore subject for you?
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
The playoffs seem like they're flying through.
Yes, they are. They are. What happened to the Phillies, man?
You tell me, man.
We'll get to the Yankees.
They out. They're done.
I used to be on. I hate preaching, but I'm starting to think that if you're doing good during the season, it's almost like the kiss of death now. And I'm not just saying baseball. I'm saying in general now. I used to be on the other side. I used to be like, you know how I used to be like, that team's the team during the season. They're gonna win it. I feel like the last couple years, the team during the season in a lot of sports, you could argue the Celtics up until last year. Every year they were killing it, and then boom.
I was just gonna jump on you for that.
You can even get into certain individuals the whole year they're ripping it up, and then when the postseason comes, where are these guys?
Aaron Judge.
I'll even argue Judge. Where is he? Perfect segue. Talk about your squad.
No, they. I'm still not happy with him.
Where is he? Where is he?
He's in the lineup. You can't miss him.
Do we
He's
have to put
like
an APB
he's
out on
6
this
foot
guy?
8. You can't miss the guy. It's crazy
Where
when
is he?
Stanton is the guy that's coming through for you and not Judge. Stanton had the
kidding me?
game-winning home run last night.
They were talking about, is Judge the cap? Is he a captain?
He's a captain, yeah.
They were comparing him.
Since Jeter.
They were comparing him to Jeter. Well, not comparing him, but basically saying, you never had this with Jeter. You just did it.
Yep.
Like you knew when the postseason came, Jeter was gonna up a notch. This guy, you might even argue that he's turning it down.
Some of his most classic plays, Jeter, are in the playoffs.
Jeter was Mr. Clutch. He was Mr. Clutch.
So
His numbers were really good, but it was those extra things he did in the playoffs. And I think he has the most plate appearances all time, and I think it's ridiculous. But because he was in it so much. But the Yankees are. They got to do something. I was telling you this the other day. The other 3 teams that are in it, Cleveland, Detroit, and Kansas City, their combined payroll is about what the Yankees is.
Yep.
There's no excuses for the Yankees. And since 2009, since they won, the last one with Girardi, they've lost 5 ALCSs they've been in. They lost to the Rangers in 2010, to the Tigers in 2012. They get swept. And then the last 3 times, 2017, 19, 22, to the Astros. They got swept out by the Astros in 2022. So they have no excuses not to get to the ALCS.
what do you want though? Do you want the World Series or you just want ALCS?
No, you got to get over that hump. That will get you into the World Series.
And
Gotta
yes,
take it one step at a time.
One
for
time,
them.
yeah.
is Judge holding them back?
We'll see if he comes alive.
What do you mean?
It's only been he was fine. He was okay in the other series. This series he's been non-existent.
Is it?
It's baseball, man. You can go on a 3-game
Is it?
mental. It's also you're going up against the best pitchers
Is it upstairs?
of the other team.
Yeah.
Pete, you worried about that weird Kansas City stat where they've gone to the World Series every time they've been in the playoffs? that superstition kick in at all?
There shouldn't be an issue, but there is. And
San Diego got smacked up, right? Is that series is tied up?
tied up. They got beat 8-0 last night.
Tied up. Who else is it? Detroit and Cleveland.
Cleveland, Detroit leads that 2-1.
Yep, both those games are on tonight too.
Who's the favorite to win it all? Your squad. The Yankees.
It's got to be the Yankees.
Yeah, it's got to be. And the Dodgers got to be up there. The payrolls, the Dodgers, they give the 5th highest payroll.
Wow.
I doubt San Diego's up there. And I appreciate the teams that are able to get this far with the payrolls they have.
So you're saying money should equate to a championship
In baseball.
in baseball?
Well, the Mets were a $350 million payroll. They just beat your Phillies.
That's back to my argument, though. Well, it's not the same argument. When's the last time a team with these huge payrolls have been consistently winning it? I don't know. Some of these teams with lesser payrolls have been winning it.
Where was that? Where are the Astros on the payroll? Like
The Dodgers.
They're
The
not at
Dodgers.
the top.
The Dodgers
I
won it
know
a
that,
couple years
but they're in
ago.
the top 10, I think.
But it's back to your argument. Now I'm sided with you. These teams that are spending this money, you need to at least be in the mix.
It's not even the money, just the payroll. It's the development, the scouting, all that extra money they pour into that, which should make things even.
I feel like we're on this money thing today, so that's back to my original. If I'm paying you, I want to see something. I want to see something.
And that's why I said to you, I said I want Boone and Cashman both gone if they continue like this.
Wow.
Because it's been too long.
How long has Cashman been there?
20 years?
Boone, he's
been
not.
there a while,
Boone,
right?
Boone hasn't been there that long though. Right?
Since 2009, so 2010.
I'm giving you the Cashman
It's
cat.
been there like 10 years, I think.
Maybe get him
I'm
out.
trying
of
to figure
there.
it out.
What is the young Steinbrenner? He's the guy now.
Yeah, Hal and Hank, but it's
So
Hal.
what's going on? Because I felt like the oldest, when the father was there, he had
they-
more of a hands-on type of.
Oh yeah, he was too hands on.
That's what I'm saying.
That's Billy Martin. How many times he got tossed out the door and then let back in?
That's what I'm saying.
But he demanded a certain result.
These guys
These guys
aren't like
aren't.
their father.
They're not. Hank's more like his father than Hal.
Wow.
I think they let things go, but they're raking in money too. So I don't know how. It goes back to like the Bruins management, or even Jerry Jones of the Cowboys. You're bringing in a ton of money. How hard are you trying?
So, are they too much hands off though? Do you want them in it? As a Yankees guy, you want them to have a little say or no?
Yeah, I want them to put a little bit more heat on these guys.
Yeah.
They're paying Cashman a lot of money, and they're not getting results. They haven't won a World Series since '09. Now, to a lot of teams, that's not bad, but to a team that's spending consistently in the top 5 in the league, you
Yeah.
need more results for the money you're spending.
Okay, so is it? This is gonna sound hypocritical. Is it their fault that Aaron Judge is not hitting? They're bringing in the guys. They're just disappearing. Can you argue like if I have to sit down with one of the Steinbrenners and they be like, "What's going on?" The first thing I would say to them is, "Yo, I brought this dude in. He rips it up during the regular season. I don't know what happens to him during the postseason. I don't know what happens to my pitching during the postseason. I don't know. All I know is I'm putting the money in the right places. These guys aren't just showing up."
But I also think you should be having your team should be able to survive when you're spending $300 million on a payroll. One guy not coming through against a team that has an $80 million payroll.
I'll rock with you. I don't know. We're beating a dead horse. So obviously, money doesn't equate to championships.
And staying on the baseball tip,
Yeah.
did you say, and tragically, everything that's going on in Florida, Tropicana
Yeah.
Field no longer has a roof.
What happened?
With Milton coming in,
What happened?
took the roof off.
It already blew off, huh?
Yeah, they had video of it last night.
To the roof off the mother. Yo, wait, what?
Yeah,
Wow.
So it just peeled back.
peel it back. Yeah, the
I'm
roof.
gonna peel that wig back.
Check out the video. It's up on. It's online. It's crazy.
Wow. So what do they do now? Where they playing?
They'll probably get it fixed by the time the baseball season starts.
Yeah.
They're out. Tampa Bay's out of it, obviously. So
Yeah, they don't got to worry about it right now.
no, it's a lot going on down there.
They got to worry about
Wow.
surviving.
Yo, prayers going out to everybody
There's
down
like
there.
I see like lines of cars of people trying to evacuate, and there's no gas for like 100 miles.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Getting stuck on the highway.
I can imagine the anxiety. You ever get stuck in traffic and you know you're low on gas? Well, imagine being stuck in miles of traffic and there's no gas even to get, even if you get off the highway. Like, you're just looking at your gas gauge and looking at the traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'd lose it. Absolutely lose it.
Gotta get out of the car, start pushing.
So, but they deal with this every year down there.
Every year it happens.
And I feel like it's getting worse and worse.
What? That would almost mean that you believe in global warming and climate change.
We'll save that for another podcast for somebody else. But I do believe in that, and I do believe that's what's going on.
Well, no, this last one, when before it made landfall, it was exceeding Category 5 speeds and all that kind of stuff. So they were debating like making like a new categorization system.
I heard the
saw
Bucks
that.
got up out of there.
Oh yeah, they're already. What they play New Orleans? They're already in New Orleans.
They
flew out of there like a
they
week
got
prior.
a whiff. They like somebody said, boop, and they were like, okay, we're on the next jet smoking.
New Orleans isn't safe from that either, though. From what
That's
I-
true.
You might
Because
be,
that Milton's coming from the Gulf.
Yeah.
They just took the right turn to Florida instead of going.
it's amazing how these storms, like as much information as people have, they still wind up, well, I'm going to go here, or I'm going to go there, or I'm going to do this. It's crazy. Well, go ahead, P. What else you got, Daddy? Come on, baby.
Let's talk about your favorite guy,
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
All right, I'm gonna swing it over to you, Aust. Do you think that he got Robert Saleh fired? For all that don't know, Aaron Rodgers is the head quarterback for the New York
Who
Football
doesn't?
Jets.
Who's listening to this that
I'm
doesn't know that?
You just want to
Who
let
knows
people.
that?
We might have some female listeners out there.
Ooh.
He's the quarterback for the New York Jets, and his coach was Robert Saleh. Recently, 2 days ago, Robert Saleh got fired.
The 2 and 3 Jets, right?
Now, Austin, it's on you.
It'd be so easy to buy into that narrative because everyone's pushing it. Oh, Rodgers talked to the owners and said, "No, get this guy fired." I don't think that happened. I think more so it's on the owners. I think they're caving into the pressure from the fan base as they're doing now because they have Aaron Rodgers and they should be more than 2 and 3. So like, oh, we got. I think they're making changes from making changes' sake, but they made the wrong change in my opinion.
What do you mean?
Robert Saleh's not the coach who needed to get fired. If anyone needs to get fired, it should have been Nat Hackett, who was an awful offensive coordinator.
So,
Awful.
why hasn't Hackett gotten fired? Please continue.
Because that's Aaron Rodgers' boy. That's Aaron Rodgers' boy from Green Bay. You're not going to fire him because then Aaron Rodgers is going to be wow.
So,
Maybe indirectly, yeah,
Thank
maybe
you.
Aaron Rodgers got Robert Saleh fired.
This is what goes on with this guy. Go ahead, P. I'm gonna let you rock.
Oh, just so everyone knows that doesn't know, it's Shailene Woodley's ex-boyfriend.
Who's
Aaron
that?
Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers.
What?
That's Shailene Woodley, the actress.
Oh wow.
It's her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh,
She's,
yeah, I remember that.
She's the hippy dippy one that got him into ayahuasca, but
Okay. What?
because she was a little bit off the wall too. You have the 27th ranked offense. You have a defensive coach who has one of the top ranked defenses. Your offense is not performing. He has tons of weapons. I don't know how the head coach gets axed. I don't know how you do that. You got and the guy he keeps going to, and he's got Wilson and Williams, and the guy he keeps going to is who? Lazard.
Alan Lizard.
Who was his boy back in Green Bay? I don't know.
Well, they asked the team, and the team was blown away that this happened.
Yeah, that no one really.
Nobody
The
saw
whole, team
this.
got, the whole team got blindsided.
The owner didn't talk to the general manager. He didn't talk to anybody.
So
Didn't let the coach say goodbye on the way out.
So I'm not. I heard they escorted him out or something.
Yeah.
So
That's ridiculous.
all right, let me ask you this: somebody knew something.
Yeah, the
Somebody-
owner.
No. Somebody knew something, and that somebody was Aaron Rodgers, and that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna stick with. Yo, like I told you yesterday, if I seen this dude live, I would smack him and run.
Nah, you could probably take Aaron
I
Rodgers.
don't know. This dude, man, something stinks about this guy. And I'm going on record. Something stinks about this dude. He might not have. Do you believe in sometimes your actions can make something happen to somebody else?
Yep.
This is what's going on with this dude. This is what's going on. He might not have said it. He might not have said, I want him out. But this is untimely. The Jets, what are their record? They got one victory or two?
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
You're still
And
in the
they're not-
AFC East. The season's
You're
not
still
done.
you're still in the mix.
It's not
if,
done.
You're a game out, right?
If they
Buffalo's 3 and 2.
Yeah.
If they win that game on Monday? If they win the game on Monday and Robert Saleh's still the coach, that's still the number 1 team in the AFC
Your
East.
defense isn't that bad, if I'm not
No, it's
mistaken.
very good.
It's
It's
good.
good.
It's a good defense.
You fire the head coach?
Your defensive-minded, defensive niche head coach.
Fire Hackett! Get him out of there! Get this dude out of there! He's a bum! He's always been a bum. Even when he was the head coach, guess what he was? A bum. Get him out of there. Get this dude out of there. Here's what I'm also going to say. I can't... If Salah brought in Aaron Rodgers, then I have to be like, I don't know. But something tells me that he might have had a little bit to say with bringing him in. But I think the ownership just wanted this. They wanted Rodgers because they thought he was going to get them over the hump.
And the ownership that's the ownership's problem that they put themselves into because Robert Saleh didn't draft a quarterback who wasn't ready for the league. And
What year was he in coaching, too? Was this his fourth, fifth year? How many years has he been with the Jets?
Head coach? I think this is his third year.
You fire the guy? You fire the guy.
You know what's crazy though? Like that's years ago that was unprecedented. Now that's kind of commonplace. Now if you're not winning, I think 3 years is like kind of the shelf life of.
But he was 20 and 32. It wasn't horrible, and he was dealing with Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
He
as his
had-
quarterback.
You got to give the guy a pass on the Zach Wilson years, man, because that was just ugly.
He came in cleaning up somebody else's mess. You gotta give some dude some grace. I just feel that way. Give him,
You just change the quarterback. You change the system. You got to give him 5 years.
and I'm saying, this dude has something to do with it. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he says to the media. I don't care what he says on TV. He has something. I would even go on a limb. I'm saying indirectly. He might have directly. Here's the other part too. You ever save somebody? You ever have the power, like, say, like the powers that be, they come to you and say, Oss, what do you think about John Doe over there? You have, in that moment, whatever you say, can detonate on this dude. And the powers that be are coming to you and saying, yo, what do you think about John Doe? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is what this is. This is who this guy is. If he had stayed in Green Bay, he would have got that other coach out of there.
Matt LaFleur.
Yes, he would have got him out of there. This is what he does. And his character, too. If you look at him, he's a... I hate doing this. Aaron Rodgers is about Aaron Rodgers. There, I said it. He's about himself.
I feel like he's
Anytime you
ruining
can-
his legacy.
Yeah, legacy. It's gone. To me, it's gone. I never...
I always thought he was overrated anyway. He's a great quarterback, but he's been to one
He's
Super
a very
Bowl.
talented quarterback. Talented.
He's not that guy. He's not the guy. Character determines if you're the guy also, man. He's just not. Does he strike you as this team guy when he's taking off going to Egypt or wherever he's going?
Going on his darkness retreat.
Yeah.
Does he strike you as this guy when he's not at practices and stuff or having his own entrances? All of this stuff.
We said the same thing about Russell Wilson in his own office when he in Denver.
It's a recipe for disaster. It just is. The team wants to know you're with the team. They want to know you're gonna ride or die with them, man. And I don't know. Unless there's something that I'm not seeing, but my optics from what I'm seeing, this dude, man, I can't deal with him. I can't even watch him on TV. We have the volume down at work. Just his facial expressions alone, I'm like, yo, I know he's saying some obnoxious, crazy
you know
stuff.
he's not taking accountability for anything.
He just won't. He just won't.
I didn't see that interview with on Pat McAfee.
Won't. He just
You
won't.
know he's not saying I should have done better. You know what I mean?
No,
I
he's saying, guys didn't make certain plays here and there, yada yada yada, blah blah blah.
Even if you feel that way, you don't say it. You just don't. And I know they teach. I don't know. I don't know with this dude. But anyway, I'm off it. My blood pressure's rising with this dude. Some dudes just, if you say their name, you ever
Cam
have that
Newton?
happen? Yeah!
Ooh, Cam
He's
Newton.
another one. He's another one.
I remember that after that loss in the Super Bowl when he just went off the mic. It was like, ooh.
These guys, man. These guys. How it makes me wonder too. How did you make it this far in that sport? Did you just change your philosophy or how you are as a person when you got famous? I don't know. But I'm off it. Go ahead, P.
That's it. That's all we got right now. We're gonna take a little break.
Yes, and we're gonna come back and do some picks.
Picks,
Quick.
talk a little football.
All right.
Crazy NFL. The NFL's been nuts.
It's been a wild 5 weeks.
Episode 57. I'm sorry, y'all. I get a little emotional sometimes.
What up, people? It's your boy Austin on Comeback Kings. We're gonna start with a little football here now.
Yes.
And we're gonna start with my squad over here in Pittsburgh.
I wasn't gonna talk about the game, but seeing he came in all stealing up.
You
Yep.
want to do that? You want to do it, Oz?
Yeah, let's talk about
Go
the
ahead,
game.
take
Let's
your
talk about the
medicine.
game.
Take your medicine.
That was, I mean, I want to say heartbreaking, but it's kind of what Steelers are used to, what Steelers fans are used to at this point now. But
do
the
you
way it's those heartbreaking close games, no matter where you're at. It doesn't matter who the Steelers face. The Steelers, to me, are a team. I've seen this for years now. They have just as much a chance to beat a juggernaut as they do to lose to a tomato can.
Ooh. Is that such a thing?
Yeah.
It's
Really?
They make the games ugly. We said that watching
Yeah,
them
they do
at the
play ugly.
spot.
it's a Mike Tomlin thing.
But I feel like, and I tell P, I feel like they always come out of those kind of games the victor. They always win.
Usually, and that's what was tough to watch it, because me and the old man are watching his house,
Yeah.
and we haven't had to lead the whole game. Finally, offense comes alive. We got a 4-point lead.
Yeah.
There's I think there was 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And they let Dallas just drove down the field the whole time, and then freaking Landon Roberts makes the play of the year.
Yeah.
And puts that ball out with a missile tackle, and then the guy, freaking Dak Prescott jumps on top of him.
He's no Cam Newton. He's no Cam Newton. Cam would have let you recover that ball.
Oh yeah, Cam. I'll give Dak his credit there, man.
Yo, your division,
And that was a hit, too.
Your division was ripe for the picking.
And now Baltimore's right down our backs. Actually, no, they're ahead of us now.
Yeah, they're playing really
And they're
good
playing really good. And
You were
even Cincy,
ripe.
even Cincinnati. I know they're 1-4, but they can play with anybody right now. Joe Burrow is playing insanely good football right now.
So how you
So-
feeling?
Yeah, worried, man. We gotta take care. We need. I said from the beginning that if they don't, they have to go in these first 9 weeks season. They gotta get at least 6 wins here.
Yeah.
You need to get at least 3 more wins over the next
Right.
4 weeks.
Are you starting Russell Wilson?
Not right now. I wouldn't, because what do you have to gain from that? From what we've seen, and it doesn't matter. I know Russell Wilson's a good. He's still a good
I
quarterback.
saw him practice it. They said he practiced this
He
week for
said
the
he
first
practiced-
time.
Yeah, he said full practice first time. I think that's a good way to kind of not lose a team, but that's a way to kind of send the team into a little bit of disarray. If Justin Fields is not playing bad football.
Okay.
He's not. He's not.
He's
He's
serviceable.
He's not losing you games. He's not the reason you're losing games. I don't think.
How are you losing games? What's making you lose the games?
Oddly enough, the last 2 weeks it's been the defense.
Wow.
I
Mike
was
Tomlin's
shocked
defense?
that the boys were going up and down the field.
Yeah, I mean,
Most of the game they had over 400 something yards
Yeah.
of offense. It's just they kept turning the ball over. That game shouldn't have been close.
No. In terms of offensive hand, but you guys should have been routing us. By the time that shouldn't have been that shouldn't have come down to the 4th and goal in the 4th with 20 seconds left. The way, and to me, it's always about the guys that Tomlin hires. He brings in these guys that Tomlin wants to run you down with the run game and grind you out on defense.
He's old school.
He's old school.
He's old school.
That way of football is just not
You
gonna.
don't think
It's
so,
not,
Dante?
it's not gonna get you far. Like you'll win your 9 games.
You might get into the playoffs.
You might get into the playoffs and you'll
But
get
you
bounced.
gotta-
You'll get bounced in the wild
You gotta
card.
throw the ball.
You gotta be able to. And when they've let Justin Fields throw the ball, he's been good.
Justin's had that problem in Chicago too.
Yeah.
When they
Wow.
let him loose, they let him off the chain. He'd have some crazy games.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you'd have like 4 or 5 touchdown games when they would let him throw the ball and let him like do what he's got to do. But when they're running these freaking like, pitches and all this crap, like
Gadget stuff.
gadget plays, I can't stand it. It pisses me off. It's like, dude, let
him
the
loose.
kid loose.
You do need another receiver though.
Yeah,
Who's your receivers right now? Who you got?
George Pickens, Calvin Austin, and I think Van Jefferson.
Who are these guys? Who are they? Who are they?
Pickens is good, but
Pickens is good.
did you see what happened at the end of the game?
Oh
With
yeah, that
Pickens?
when he yanked down
Jordan
boy's
Lewis.
helmet.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis. That was
When he ran by him with the ball and said something to him. He just grabbed his
grabbed his
face
face
mask.
and yanked him.
I felt like, and if I'm wrong, let me know. Pittsburgh's always had like that one receiver though. Who is that guy now? You've always
Pickens
had
is
like
that
that
one.
one
It's
guy.
Pickens.
He's the
And
guy.
He is incredibly talented. He is an insanely talented football player, but he's got a lot of those wide receiver one diva issues that
Yeah.
people don't like. That I mean, it's good and bad because you want your number one guy to be that alpha dog, that guy that's get me the ball.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's when things aren't going his way, he kind of shuts down.
Oh, Jordan Lewis was coming in the tunnel after, saying he's soft.
Yeah, no, you literally you're saying Pittsburgh need a wide receiver. George Pickens weak.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting carried away. How do you feel about them? Give me a forecast for Pittsburgh, that division, real quick.
I think they're gonna end up. They'll probably finish second in that division. I
Who's
think
finishing first?
Baltimore, the Ravens. Like they're playing too hot right now. That chemistry they've got going with Lamar and Derrick Henry, that balance they're finding is looking as dangerous as people were worried it was gonna be. I'd say, and since he's gonna finish strong, but they have too deep a hole now. They're 1-4. That's too deep a hole to come back from. And it's not Joe Burrow's fault. He's playing out of his mind.
P, where you want to go, baby? You want to do some picks? You want to
I want
some
to-
more soap opera?
I want to talk a little bit about some of the crazy shit that's been happening in the NFL this
ahead.
year. Last week, 500 yards from Kirk Cousins.
He looked crazy.
Insane.
He looked crazy.
It's Thursday, so we don't want to go too much, but 250 yards. He's the first quarterback to have 250 yards in the first half and the second half.
He went bananas.
Yeah.
Who did they play?
Tampa.
He
Yeah,
let
Bucs.
loose on their defense like that?
These are some of the crazy facts right now with the NFL.
Go ahead.
Sam Donald is 5-0. Joe Flacco.
Wait, back up with Flacco. Back up with
Back-
Flacco. Tell people
Donald?
what you thought about him. We were watching that game, like highlights and stuff.
Well, I was looking at. I think he had like 22 passes.
This is back to the Justin Fields thing that you were saying.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
22 completions for like 160 yards. It was like 5 yards of completion, something like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, and I looked at him. I'm like, that's not Flacco.
No.
Let him throw the ball. Let him throw deep. Next thing you know,
He let loose.
he had like 200 yards on the next 7
So
passes.
somebody went and was like, "Yo, let him off the chain," and he went nuts.
That's because that's what Flacco always was. He was that home run ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, he threw for 360 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wow. He had I think he had like 200 yards on the next 7 passes.
And they still lost that game though. Jacksonville, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
they still lost that game.
Imagine if they let him loose earlier.
Yeah. Geno Smith leads the league in passing yards.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Smitty running the city? Wow.
Joey B, 12 tutties, 2 interceptions, and they're 1-4.
1-4. And I can't believe it.
And the Commanders.
Jaden Dizzy.
That's got to be the biggest shock of the whole
30.
season.
They're averaging 30 points a game. They're number 1 in the NFL.
So before off rip, you gotta
Scoring.
put up 30 to beat them. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm nervous now. I don't know if you're nervous. I'm nervous about this.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about the Commanders being an Eagles guy.
Eagles
Being
and,
a
Eagles and the boys looking up like,
yeah.
oh, shoot. Not
when
these
they-
guys.
What is going on?
Especially, and for me, I'm worried because Dan Quinn's their coach.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows.
He knows the boys.
Well, he knows McCarthy.
Yeah.
McCarthy's calling the plays.
Wow.
It'd be different if there was like a different person calling the plays from when he was there.
Yeah.
You know, but his defense used to go against Mike's offense every day in practice.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
he knows all Dak's strengths and weaknesses.
Well, Coop, I think Philly fans can rest easy this week. You guys got a layup in
I
Cleveland.
hope this isn't a trap game. Don't do me like that.
I've never seen a quarterback play as bad as Deshaun Watson is playing. That to me is also crazy.
Is it time for Jameis?
Get
Yeah.
someone else in there.
Why not anybody?
Anybody. You could throw me in there. I'm no
But
quarterback.
how-
You could throw me in
but
there. I
how-
could probably have a game as good as Deshaun Watson's playing. Right
I'm
now.
rocking with you, but how do you justify the money that you gave this guy if
That's-
he's sitting
and
on the
that's-
bench? Back to what I initially started out this whole episode. If I'm paying you, you need to be out there.
I'm
Yeah,
hearing everybody's-
but if you're not performing,
I hear
What are you
everybody's
gonna
ready
do?
to move on except the head coach.
If you're not performing,
no, I'm hearing the head coach doesn't even want to. I'm hearing the head
No.
coach doesn't want to play him, but the owners and the GM, because they have invested all this guaranteed money in
okay,
there.
let me ask you this. How come the NFL, a lot of these sports with this guaranteed money, if you're not performing, shouldn't I be able to get my money back? I think the league, well, the union has shifted it so much that these players have so much power and these agents have so much power. If by week 2, I get you need to have balance. You need to have balance. Cleveland's stuck. They're
that's-
stranded with this.
They're drowning.
You're in a headlock with this. Like, he has you in the headlock where your whole team can't even make a decision.
All right, so should C.J. Stroud get more money because he's overperforming his contract?
That's what I'm saying. You should. It's not balanced. It's not
But
balanced.
they give you that 4 or 5 year window to figure out if this guy's going to be worth
and that's when you
the money.
That's when you
get
earn
your money.
second contract. They see how you perform in the first 4 years, and they see how big is his second contract going to be.
You guys are arguing, which you're probably looking at the overall picture. But football is not that sport.
but-
You live week to week, play to play.
What have you,
As soon as
what
you
have you
get
done
injured,
for me lately?
yeah, exactly. And you know the fan base doesn't wait. It doesn't wait. It is so spur of the moment. It is so by the minute. Like Deshaun Watson will have 4 bad downs and they're ready to be like, yo. The money I feel like something's out of you guys are right. I'm mocking with you. But something's you can't deny something's out of whack here.
Well, what's out of whack is the more and more guaranteed money players are getting.
Something's out of whack
to
here.
stay under the cap.
Yeah.
And your team's one of the biggest people at that.
That's my
They give them
point.
all the money up front,
That's my point.
so their salary cap hit isn't as bad. So they can, because you wouldn't be able to have all those people on your team without it.
I'm mocking with you. But here's the other thing. And I'm beating on this. How many times have you seen this, especially in recent years, a guy get the big money, and then what's happening to these guys? What is happening?
They get comfortable.
My argument is the minute that I give you something, like whoever I work for, the minute they give me money, I should be like, oh, let me clean that for you. Let me make it. That's when my best work should be coming out. That's not what's happening with these guys.
They should put a limit on the guaranteed money then.
They
Because
gotta
that's
do
the fun. Because it
something.
used to be you could cut a guy and not have to give him his full salary.
Yeah.
They gotta do something.
But now,
But-
now they
as well,
they can't
especially-
do anything. They can't do
Something's
anything.
out of because the union's too strong. The players, everything.
Especially with in Deshaun's situation, they were the idiots that gave him the full contract guarantee.
Full contract, like a full guarantee.
He was the only player to ever get that.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
But that's
Never happened.
But that's my argument also because they did that. Guess what the rest of the league did after that?
Well, that forces.
They followed suit.
Well, no one's giving out.
No, not to that degree.
Dre.
But the quarterbacks that followed them, they got more than what they usually get because what the players union and what the players will do is say, look at what he got. I want at least. I don't want that, but I want at
Look
least
what he
close
got,
to
and
that.
he's trash. Why am I not getting
Exactly.
this?
That's out of whack.
The only way to stop it is to put salary cap limits on positions. Because the more 30 receivers are making $30 million a year, quarterbacks are making $60 million a year.
I don't know. We've seen this. I don't know how many times we've seen this movie. Dudes that get paid, they They start disappearing. You're putting APBs out on these guys.
Not all. Some guys
I'm
have.
saying more than not now. It used to be the other way around, but more than not. Hurts got paid. Dak, CD, Deshaun, all of these guys that have gotten paid. And here's the other thing.
The only ones
a
coming
guy
through-
like Brady and Mahomes, they deferred and worked with the team. And what are they still doing?
Winning.
Are you gonna say that about Danny Dimes? Are you gonna really say that about Danny Dimes? He got his 40 and now he's.
He got that. Think about it. Danny Dimes. Who's the other guy in Jacksonville? The guy you hate.
Trevor
Lawrence.
Lawrence?
55
Oh, yeah.
All
million.
of these guys.
They're the same quarterback.
For
You have
every
the stats.
one, I can name 2 that are underperforming the contract. I'll give you the dude in Atlanta. He just threw for 500 yards.
Kirk
Kirk Cousins
He
overperforms all the time.
yeah. So I'll give you that one guy, but I can name 2 right off rip. I
But
can name the
Lawrence
2.
was a problem. They gave him his money too early. They still had 2 more years of control.
Yeah.
See what you got before you give them that kind of
All I'm
money.
saying is something is out of whack with how they're handling the money. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we're getting carried
All
away.
right.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Jump into some picks real quick?
Yeah. Let's talk about that week 6.
Yeah.
Thursday night football, Niners, Seahawks at the Seahawks.
That's a big
That's
boy
a game.
It's a game.
That's
Seahawks
a
are in first
big
place?
boy game. That's a big boy game. The Niners don't look like the Niners.
They got the Seahawks and then they got the Cowboys the week after too.
They were beating the brakes off of Arizona too.
And then Arizona came
And then
back.
Kyler Murray came back.
It's fourth quarter. They're falling apart in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Seattle. Who you got?
I'm still gonna rock with the Niners on this one. To me, I still feel like Brock Purdy's still the guy. He can still get it done.
Okay.
And I think
he is playing for a
I
contract.
think the Niners they have a much better defense. And I think that'll come.
Oh
through
yeah,
in this
without
one.
question. I
That'll
rock
come
with
through.
you.
That's been Seattle's biggest problem. Has been their defense has been like a sieve. They can't stop anything.
Okay. What you got, P? Let us hear something.
I want to go with the Niners, but they're in Seattle.
That 6 man is real up there too.
I'm gonna rock
The
with
nest.
the Seahawks because until the Niners show they can get their shit together, and I
Oh,
hope
12th
that. And
man. I keep forgetting.
6, yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I know, in football it's 12th, and basketball is the 6th. 12th man. But you're going with who?
I think I'm gonna rock with Seattle. Just because
Okay.
I don't think the Niners have their shit together,
They don't.
and I hope they don't get it together the week after we get the Cowboys.
They got the boys. Oh, okay. What else you got? Who else?
But I think this is the game of the week. Commanders Ravens.
Yep.
Ooh.
Number 1 scoring offense against the number 2 scoring offense.
If you came to me in the
At Baltimore.
in the beginning of the season and you said and you marked off this game, I would have laughed at you. I would have said Baltimore mops them up easy. But it's different now.
You're seeing what we saw last year with Stroud and Daniels. This kid's legit.
Is he the real deal?
This kid's legit. It's not a fluke thing anymore. It's not a fluke couple games.
I heard he's showing up at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Is he?
That's what I.
Is
That was,
he
that was one of the
kid?
rumors.
Is he that kid?
The kid's legit.
He's showing up at 4 in the morning? I like the kid already if that's the case.
Yep.
He's got the work ethic. He's got the talent.
Okay, with all of that, who you got? I got Baltimore.
Mega Baltimore. This is going to be their first Commanders big test.
This is the test.
Yeah.
I
If
got
they do
Baltimore.
this, I'm scared. If they take down,
they
they
take
take
down
Baltimore in
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
nervous
this game's gonna have you guys watching closely.
Yes,
closely.
binoculars.
As obviously as a Steelers fan, of course I want the Ravens to lose, but I think you have a good quarterback in Daniels, but you've got a proven veteran in Lamar Jackson.
Jackson.
I'll take the Ravens in a close one, in the one that they'll be worried about that one too.
What time is that game? Is that an early game
It's
or
a
late
it's
game?
a 1:00 game. It's not even the freaking.
I hope I'm out of work.
It's not.
Oh
it's,
no, I'm not.
You're gonna have to go to a sports bar to watch it
I'm
because it's
gonna
not
be
because the
working.
Pats are on a 1-2. They'll be playing
Ah.
over that.
Speaking of the Patties, go ahead.
Yeah,
You
no,
wanna-
you
you
want
wanna
to talk
jump
about the
into that?
Texans at the Patties? Got a new sheriff in town, and his name ain't Reggie Hamlin.
I heard. Where'd you hear? They're starting the kid.
They're starting
Starting
the kid.
Drake.
Drake's out there. Drizzy.
Yo, you see
Drizzy
what's,
May.
You see what's happening to Drake, the rapper? I hope the same thing doesn't happen to this guy. Do you put him out there? You put him out there?
I think they have to.
You
at
look
this
very
point.
good. You look very concerned for his safety.
I'm very
I
concerned for
am.
his safety. That O line is atrocious. That's an atrocious O line. You might ruin the kid, but at the same time,
They have nowhere to go.
you got nowhere to go. Your offense is stuck. You got Jacoby Brissett, he's a journeyman. He knows the system. Yada yada. The system's crap, but you've got the worst wide receiving core in football. Wow. The only offense you get is from the backfield, and your boy's Ramondre's having he's having fumble issues now.
And now he's got an ankle issue.
And now he's got an ankle
He didn't
issue.
practice the other day.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
So you might want to start Gibson in your fantasy teams if you have that option.
So without question, we know who's gonna lose this game. Is that what you're saying?
I can't see.
Is that what we're saying?
Here's the thing: we don't know because we don't know what this kid is yet.
So the discussion is, we know who we think's gonna lose. The discussion is, should they be putting this guy in this fire?
They don't have any other options. They're going to lose the team totally. If they're 1-4, they can't get the offense going.
What are you playing for? Like you always say.
Yeah, but it's too early in the season to just give up.
Yeah, to tank. You can't tank yet. There's still a slim shot.
Especially in that division.
Yeah, and
You're 2 games out.
that division's so clustered right now between the Dolphins having their issues with no quarterback. You know, the Bills are still a threat, but then you got the Jets, that whole mess with Aaron Rodgers right now, and they're firing their
So
coach.
you're saying put him in.
I don't want to, but yeah, they don't have any other choice. They don't have another veteran backup. The other backup is another rookie. So you don't. If you had another veteran backup, you can try slide it in, to see if he's had anything. But you don't want to lose the team 5 games into the season.
Don't put this kid in. I'm telling
Other
you.
quarterbacks had to do it.
Yeah.
Bryce Young is a prime example. Do not put this kid in.
They don't even need to go to Bryce Young.
No,
Mac
I'm saying-
Jones. Mac
Mac
Jones.
Jones was a guy that just wasn't NFL ready. He wasn't a starting quarterback.
He looked great his
Just
first
rock
season.
with Brisket. This season's a wash. Just take it on the chin. Just
You're saying play to get some real cats next year.
Play. Yeah.
You're gonna have to max protect then. Keep the tight ends in and
Do you take the Ferrari out? How often do you take it out of the garage? I'm not saying this guy is that. Just leave it. I'm telling you to leave. Now, is this one of these things where this kid comes in and you think the line's gonna galvanize up? Like, or is the line in your mind just it's what it is?
it is what it is.
The line, it's what it is.
It's what it is.
I mean, this is gonna.
Is this guy gonna come in and they're gonna be like?
This may be like the Ferrari. You're going to reference Ferrari. This may be like the Ferris Bueller's Day Off scene, where they take the Ferrari to the garage
push it to the metal.
and those guys take it out and just.
You can't. Okay, perfect analogy. You can't take the miles off it.
No.
You cannot.
Well,
If you try to do that, it makes it worse.
Like I said, it's really tough for them because they just had that Mac Jones thing where he looked at his first year, then you changed coordinators, you changed systems, you just ruined the quarterback in 2 years. Yep. You ruined him. You don't know what he could have been. So are they going to do the same thing with this guy?
All right.
It's a tough decision.
I got Texans. What you got?
If they had Bailey Zappi, maybe they could have put Bailey Zappi in and let him take the beat and take the lumps.
Yeah. Texans though. There's no. I can't see him losing this.
Yeah, you have to go with Texans.
Oh yeah, and Jabril Peppers.
Ooh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
A little slide though. I don't want to be on this too much.
That's a little
Is
dicey.
he done? He's done for the season then, right? He can't play.
I think the league usually lets the legal thing play out
They
before
put some
they.
exempt thing on him.
Oh, did they?
Oh,
Yeah.
the league,
They
the
put
commissioner's
the
exemption.
commissioner put the thing on him, so I don't think he can play. I don't even think he can be around the team.
Now they can, but he can lift that. The commissioner can lift that.
But
Yeah,
as
so
of right now,
once
he
they-
put it on.
As of right now,
So
no.
he can't.
But
Yeah.
if
He
the
can't
legal
play.
process
He can't
plays
be around
out,
the team. His next court date is the 27th, and the NFL is big on this domestic thing. I hope you cats know this.
They're doing their own investigation. I know they are.
They don't want none of this kind of stuff. And it looks a little, because his birthday was Friday. So I think he was turning up a little bit too much. And something went down with this cat. I don't know what it was.
But you never know with the NFL too, though, because they're weird with this shit.
Well,
Like, Michael Parsons, do you remember that time with his girlfriend? The investigator told them, "Don't take any action. It's good," and they still suspended him for 4 games.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'm rocking with you. You're saying, predicting whatever. As of right now,
yeah.
they put the stamp on him. Yep. So, all right, what else? What other games you got, P?
Because of your squad that was off last week, the Browns and the Eagles. If you guys lose to them,
I got Eagles. I got Eagles. We're coming off a bye.
You might have at least one receiver.
We're coming off a bye. Brown's coming back, I heard.
AJ? You
Yeah,
sure?
I
AJ
heard
coming
he's
back?
coming back.
What about your other boy?
I don't know about Freeman. But here's the thing. I hate doing
Freeman.
this too.
No,
won't
you got the
believe-
wrong. You got the wrong. Smith.
They're on
They
Devontae.
were on
Devontae.
Yo,
Devonta
no,
Smith.
No, Smith, my fault. No, I'm sorry, Smith. But I'm saying that Brown's coming back. But here's my argument. You won't believe where I get my news nowadays. It's straight from social media. Like, it's not even a really strictly credible source, but they've always been right. As soon as I see like a
I
glimpse,
believe that.
yeah, I see a glimpse. Oh, he's playing. You know what I mean? So from what I've seen on social media, he's back this week. So I definitely think we got a shot. Because
Got more guy. You're playing the worst quarterback in the history of football right now.
not if Jameis comes in. If they decide to put Jameis in, now it's a different game.
I don't think they're gonna do that. They can't do that.
Yeah.
They get too much
I'm
money
rocking
on
with
the table.
But that's good for you in your division, too. So
Heck
you,
yeah.
you just automatically
beat
get
up on 'em.
Cleveland out of
Beat
here.
up on them. Get
Yeah,
them
get 'em outta there.
get them in the rear view.
Who you got? Who y'all got?
No. Fly Eagles fly.
There
Yeah.
we go. All right. What else, P?
Let's see. Lions at the Cowboys.
I got
good game.
Detroit. No disrespect. I got Detroit in that game. They look crazy. And I think they're coming off a bye,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Are you guys still gonna be without DeMarcus and Micah?
Micah possibly. DeMarcus Lawrence is on the IR.
And
the kid-
you need them more than ever against this. Like that Detroit offense.
Detroit offense is hot right now.
I
But
got Detroit.
I want to say they played really good with Pittsburgh last week without them.
Here
and
goes
maybe
these rose-colored
No,
glasses.
no,
these
no.
rose-colored cowboy glasses.
No. Stop that shit. Come on. Come on. You're doing your two best pass rushes. No, for what they did the last couple of weeks. Now they're playing offenses that are not good. Giants in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But for what they were doing before that, they controlling the run. They've seemed to have settled down a little bit. Detroit's a totally different offense. I'm not saying that, but they're getting Duran Bland back. They get Micah Parsons back. The kid Carson, the backup, the defensive back, is coming back. They're getting some people back at least
Who you
for
got?
this.
Who you got, man?
Detroit.
Oh, wait. I think this is the first time you ever picked against your squad.
No, I probably have picked.
gotta be.
I probably picked San
I don't
Francisco
think
over
I've
them.
ever think-
I
don't
guarantee
think
I
you've
picked San
ever
Fran
picked-
at one point.
I
over
gotta
them.
go back into the archives. I gotta go look because I don't think you've ever picked against them. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Lions too.
All right. It's unanimous.
Last one. Bills at the Jets.
I got Bills because Bills dropped 2 straight, right? They lost last week and they lost before that to Baltimore. They lost to Baltimore and Houston.
Back to back.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
Tough stretch for them.
Yeah, and they're gonna.
I think this is a get right game for them.
Yeah, they're gonna get right. I got the Bills.
You mean Salah getting kicked out is not going to reinvigorate the Jets?
No, Aaron. Another thing, and I hate going back to this dude. People are not talking about this enough for me. He's old.
Oh yeah, he's old as dirt.
He's
For
old.
quarterback, Brady made it not
He
as
is
old,
old.
but he is
Brady,
very
he
old.
doesn't even look an inkling of what Brady looked at 45.
Nah,
You're at 40.
Nah, have you seen Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
on the
he's-
field and play? He looks like
He
like
looks old. He looks old.
I remember I was watching like clips of that game, and then when I was seeing Joe Flacco, I'm like, Joe Flacco doesn't look that old.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers looks old. Even when he's taking sacks, he's not getting up
popping up.
like how he looks old.
But dude, he's all hunched over. Like,
Yeah, he should. I don't know. They're gonna lose. I think they're gonna lose decisively. It's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be a wash. I think Josh Allen's gonna tee off.
And if I'm Salah, I'm watching this game. Whatever.
Well, and what they're doing is the defensive coordinator, they're bringing him up to be the head coach. So it's not going to help your offense anything.
Wait, they're making who?
The defensive coordinator.
Oh, all right. I thought you were saying Hackett.
No.
it's a
Defensive
guy.
coordinator.
Okay.
So nothing's going to change on offense.
Because he doesn't know offense. He knows defense.
But that's the same thing with Salah as the head coach. You rely on your offensive coordinator if you're a defensive-minded head coach.
Wow.
like Belichick did with what's his name all those years.
Oh, Cornell,
No,
I know you're talking about.
Rice.
No, the guy who went to
went to Denver
He
and
went to the Denver.
Oh, Josh McDaniels.
Josh
Josh
McDaniels.
McDaniels.
Yep.
I don't know. Who you got? Who you guys got? Let me hear something.
Bills.
Wow. So that's it? What else you got,
That's
baby?
it. That's all I got.
Yo, Oss,
Yes, sir.
thanks for taking your time, man, coming through.
Of course, man.
You're always welcome, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you on a personal level between me and you. All right? And you know what I'm
Appreciate you
talking
too, bro.
about. You know what I'm saying? We family, as far as I'm concerned. I appreciate you, brother.
You invited to the cookout, apparently.
No, I want to be invited to your cookout. You understand? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Of course, bro. Anytime.
Go Steelers. Go Steelers.
Hey, I think we can take the Raiders at least. I think we can take
I
the
hope
Raiders.
so.
I hope so. Let's hope we can beat Aiden O'Connell with his mustache.
Yo, I want to thank our spot.
Check them out on Sundays. The $7 specials.
Yeah,
Football.
P, take us out, P.
Like, share, subscribe, comment, people. We want to hear what you're thinking.
What he said.
Get the views. I want to see the comments.
I gotta put my two in there. Peace.
Peace.